Everyone, crickets. Oh, come on, y'all. You don't see anything odd about these guys in particular making a statement about the inherent equality of men? Well, these were the same guys who killed off the indigenous peoples and owned slaves. Doc, indeed they were. Jared, but it was different then. Neither slaves nor Indians. Justice, Native Americans or American Indians if you can't name the tribe, homie. Jared, whatever. Point is, neither were considered men. Doc, that's exactly my point, Mr. Christensen. So here's the question. What does the obvious change in the application of the phrase from 1776 to now tell us about how our society has evolved? Extended pause as he adds the question to the digital chalkboard beneath the quote, and then scrape of a chair as he takes his regular seat in the circle. Jared, well, for one, people of African descent are obviously included in the application of the quote now. So are Native American Indians. Justice clenches jaw. Jared, and women. Women were originally excluded, but now things are more equal for them too. SJ, still not equal enough. Doc, expound if you will, Miss Friedman. So SJ, it's simple. Women still aren't treated as men's equals, especially by men. Jared rolls eyes. Doc, okay, so there's women's rights. Any other areas where you guys feel like we haven't quite reached the equality bar? Everyone. Doc, feel free to consider current events. SJ, you would make a terrible lawyer. Doc, everyone, nervous laughter. Doc, I know y'all what I'm getting at here. I know y'all know what I'm getting at here. Manny, I mean, we do, but you really want to go there, Doc? Doc, hey, this school prides itself on open dialogue, so let's hear it, everybody. Doc, I'll come right out with it, then. Do you guys feel like we've achieved full equality with regards to race? Everyone, silent. Doc, come on, guys, this is a safe spot. Nothing said here leaves this room. Jared, okay, I'll bite. In my opinion, yes, we have reached full equality when it comes to race. Doc, expound, please. Jared, well, anyone born here is a citizen with full rights. Therefore, the people who claim certain injustices are race-related. But if you ask me, they're just being divisive. Justice inhales deeply, rubs his wrist. Jared, America's a pretty colorblind place now. SJ, of course you would say that. Manny, oh boy. SJ, it never ceases to amaze me that guys like you have your heads so far up your entitled butts. Doc, Sarah Jane. Sorry, Sarah Jane says. It's completely oblivious to the struggles of anyone outside your little social group. Jared, whatever, SJ. SJ, I'm serious. What about the economic disparities? What about the fact that proportionately speaking, there are more people of color living in poverty than white people? Have you ever thought about that? Jared, dude, Manny drives a Range Rover. Manny, what does that have to do with anything? Jared, no beef, dude. I'm just saying your folks make way more money than mine. Manny, okay. They worked really hard to get where they are, so. Jared, I'm not saying they didn't, dude. You just proved my point. Black people have the same opportunity as white people in this country if they're willing to work hard enough. Manny's parents are a perfect example. SJ, seriously? You really think one example proves how things are equal? What about Justice? His mom works 60 hours a week, but she doesn't make a tenth of what your dad made. Justice, it's chill, man. Chill with that, man. SJ, sorry, Just, but what I'm saying is Manny's parents are an exception. Have you not noticed that there's only 8 black kids in our whole school? Jared, well, maybe if more people were like Manny's parents, that wouldn't be the case. Justice takes another deep breath. SJ, okay, so you're saying people just need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Jared, exactly. SJ, in order to do that, you have to be able to afford boots. Manny, dang. Points for SJ. Jared, whatever. There are people on welfare starting around in Air Jordan, so there's obviously some footwear money coming from somewhere. So don't get all high and mighty, SJ. Your ancestors owned slaves just like mine did. SJ, wrong, Numbus. Doc, Miss Friedman. SJ, sorry, Doc. All I was saying is my great-grandparents immigrated to this country from Poland after narrowly escaping Kliml. What? SJ, it was a Nazi death camp, and if you prove my point again, you'd spew a lot less eccentricity if you are willing to see beyond the 18th hole of your country club golf course. Doc, reel it in, SJ. Jared, just so you know, Manny's parents have been members of our country club longer than we have. Manny, bro, just saying, dude. SJ, God, this country is going to hell in a handbasket with people like you at the helm, Jared. Justice chuckles. Jared, anyways, to those who are unfamiliar with the U.S. Constitution, thanks to the 14th Amendment, every person in this country has a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. SJ, BS. Doc, SJ, it's true, SJ. You need to chill, S. Are you serious? Yeah, I am. You of all people know I'm right, Just, leave me out of this. SJ, fine, bottom line. It's been over 2 centuries and African Americans are still getting a raw deal. Jared, could have fooled me. SJ, oh my God, do you watch the news at all? The name of Shamir Carson ring a bell maybe? Jared, here we go. Not every white person who kills a black person is guilty of a crime. Pretty sure the courts proved that yesterday. SJ, all the courts proved yesterday was that a white guy can kill an unarmed teenager and get away with it if the kid is black. Doc, conjuncture, SJ, you know better. You two need to tread carefully here. Jared, dude, the kid attacked a cop and tried to take his gun, and he had a criminal record. Justice, hold up, man. The attack was alleged. There weren't any witnesses. Jared, I thought you were staying out of it. Doc, watch it, Mr. Christensen. Jared, he said it, not me. Justice grits teeth. SJ, maybe if you actually followed the case instead of getting your information from social media. Jared, doesn't change the fact that the guy's been arrested before. You don't get arrested if you're not doing anything wrong. Bottom line, he was a criminal. SJ, the charge on his record, which is public, so you can go look it up. It was a misdemeanor possession for marijuana. Jared, so, do the crime, do the time. SJ, Jared, you bought an ounce of weed 2 days ago. Doc, don't make me write you up, SJ. SJ, I saw it with my own eyes, Doc. Jared, what do I do with the money is none of your business or anyone else's business. Justice snorts. Of course it's not, but what Shamir did is everyone's right. Doc, y'all better get back on topic before I start handing out detentions. SJ, my point is, I've seen you commit the same crime Shamir Carson had on his criminal record you mentioned. Jared, whatever, SJ. SJ, I know you prefer to ignore the stuff because you benefit from it, but walking around pretending inequality doesn't exist won't make it disappear, Jared. You and Manny, who are equal in pretty much every way apart from race, could commit the same crime, but it's almost guaranteed that he would receive a harsher punishment than you. Manny, why do I keep getting pulled into this? Jared, obviously you're black, bro. Everyone snickers. SJ, numbers don't lie. Justice rubs his wrist again. Jared, yeah, we get it. Your mom's a big shot attorney. You have all the facts. SJ, deflect to what you want, but you can't deny that you can get away with stuff Manny could never get away with. Manny, I swear I'm changing my name. Jared, maybe I get away with it because I'm not dumb enough to get caught. Justice, wow. SJ, you get away with it because you're white, jerk. Doc, SJ. Jared, you look in a mirror lately, SJ. You're just as white as I am. SJ, yeah, and I recognize how it benefits me. Jared, do you? Sounds like you're jumping on the white is wrong bandwagon to me. Justice cracks his knuckles and shakes his head. SJ, whatever, Jared. Bottom line, nobody sees us and automatically assumes that we're up to no good. Everyone. SJ, we've never been seen as criminals as we're seen as people. Everyone. Justice, I'm going to the bathroom. Gets up and leaves. Chapter 4. Due to the restaurant-like setup of the Brass Prep Senior Lounge, Jared, Manny, and their crew, Kyle Berkeley, Tyler Klepp, and Blake Benson, don't see Justice sitting in the back booth when they come in. True to form, Jared disregards Doc's "everything stays in this room" directive, and since he's obviously under the impression that he and his bros have the lounge to themselves, he doesn't bother to keep his voice down when all 5 of them are seated. Can you believe that, jerk? What kind of teacher has the nerve to suggest that there's racial inequality in a classroom full of millennials? Kyle, seriously, bro? He said that stuff? Jared, I kid you not. The dean should fire his butt. I seriously might have my dad give the school a call. Tyler, dang, homie. Jared, and of course SJ jumped right on. I think the fact that her mom has to constantly defend all those thugs is starting to screw with her head. Blake, Kyle, and Tyler laugh. Manny laughs belatedly. Jared, if you ask me, she wants Justice to pop her little cherry. Kyle, well, seeing as you never did it. Jared, shut up. We were in the 8th grade. Blake, you still totally want to tap that, bro. Kyle, too late, though. If Justice is your competition, you're screwed, dog. Once you go black, right, Manny? Manny snorts. Tyler, too bad for SJ. Justice has his hands full of mellow. Taylor, literally. Jared, which makes no sense to me, bro. Why does a hottie like Mello seeing a guy who can't afford a Happy Meal? Manny, maybe it's not about money, Jay. Jared, says the dude who drives a Range Rover. Blake, Kyle, and Tyler laugh. Manny, dog, what is with you today? Jared, I'm just sick of people suggesting African Americans still have it hard these days. I don't care what SJ says, Manny. Your parents are totally proof that things are equal now. Blake, they really are. Jared, right here, right now, on these red hills of Georgia, a son of former slaves and a sons of former slave owners are sitting down at the table of a brotherhood, dude. The dream has been realized. Tyler, dang, bro, that was really poetic. Manny, that's from the I Have a Dream speech, T. Jared, remember, bro? I had to memorize that stuff for our 8th grade heritage play. Blake, that's right. Token black guy over here got sick or something, right? Jared, exactly. Kyle, you had one job, Manny. Manny, shut up, fool. Jared, I still remember the whole speech. Manny, that wasn't the whole speech, Jay. Jared, whatever. It was the most important part and I remembered all of it. They put brown makeup on me and everything. Blake, I remember that, dude. You totally got a standing ovation. Kyle, see, things are really equal nowadays, bro. A white kid can play a famous black dude and play, and it's no big deal. Jared, exactly. There is a colorblind society in my breathing. People are judged by the content of their character instead of the color of their skin. Kyle, right, dude? Like, I totally don't even see you as black, Manny. Manny laughs at this, but Justice can tell his heart isn't in it. The statement makes Justice think about it, those handcuffs. These fools might not see Manny as black, but Justice knows dang well the police would. Jared, my brothers, let us raise our Perrier bottles to equality. Blake, equality. Tyler, equality. Kyle, heck yeah, dude, equality. Jared, Manny, you with us, bro? Everyone. Of course I am, bro. Equality. Clink. September 18th. Dear Martin, I just got back from school after an impromptu trip to the hood. Putting all my cards on the table, I went home with the intention of just staying there forever, which is extreme, I know. When I got there, Mama was curled up on the couch with her nose buried in, how Stella got her groove back. Just seeing her reading, something she worked so hard to teach me to do, I knew I'd be on the bus back to school before the evening was over. What you doing here, boy? It's a school night, was the first thing she said, without looking up from her book. Can't I drop in to see a dear old mama of mine when I'm missing her? Who you calling old? That made me laugh. You're going to tell me what's really going on? She closed the book and put it to the side then. I dropped my bag with a sigh. Just been a rough few weeks. Come on over here and sit down. In all honesty, I didn't want to. Sit down is Mama's code for spit it out, and I would have preferred to get my big toes shot off than talk about the stuff I was trying to escape. But Mama being Mama, and possibly psychic, she pulled it right out of me. This about that cop in them handcuffs? I dropped down beside her a little bit. I keep thinking about how much worse it could have been. Could have gone. That non-indictment of the Carson case got you shook, huh? Yeah, we had this discussion in class today, and I don't know, Ma. Everything I'm doing now feels like I'm a losing battle. She nodded. Hard being a black man, ain't it? I shrugged. Guess that's one way to put it. All I know is I can't seem to find where I fit, especially at that school. It's just, I've been there my whole school career, and I still feel like I'm an outsider, you know? We were talking about the Declaration of Independence, and all I could think of was how Shamir Carson was straight up denied his inalienable rights. It really bugged me. It should have. I did the math when I got back to my room. There were 192 years between the Declaration of Independence and the end of all the Jim Crow stuff. Now we're over a decade into the 21st century, and I know from experience people like me are still getting shafted. Ma nodded. Sitting there listening to this to the rich white boys brag about breaking the law after I sat in handcuffs for no reason. I can't tell you how hard it was, Mom. It's like no matter what I do, I can't win. She crossed her arms and lifted her chin, and that's when I knew there'd be no sympathy. So what you gonna do? Run away? I sighed. I don't know, Mama. You think coming back here will solve your problem? At least I'd be around people who knew the struggle. She snorted. Boy, you better get your behind up to that school. But Ma, don't but-ma me, Justice. I don't fit there, though, Mom. I've been telling you since you were small that you gotta make a place for yourself in the world, she said. You thought I was playing?
This is a reminder. Bathroom.